just a quick, I'd say roundup on Arsenal, man. Quick roundup. Um, we drew 1-1 with Leverkusen, Champions League, round of 16. Look, we've done amazing to get to where we got to in the round of 16, having won all games on top of the group of the Champions League. But watching that game, for me personally, boring watch. Yeah, agreed, but we didn't lose. But that's not to say when Arsenal, in the position that we are in right now, yeah, we need the top players to stand up. This is just football. This is at any level of football. You need to win a match. Everyone's going to be looking at the star players. That's just a basic. That's just a bog standard basic. Yeah, and that's what separates the goats, the world class players from the good players. Now, the game was so frustrating to watch. Why? Because I feel like our defense does so much, right? Our defense is scoring and we're defending and we're barely conceding goals, right? And I feel like our attack isn't doing the defense any justice. For example, Bukayo Saka. This is not a dig at Bukayo Saka or anything like that, but he's known as the star boy. He's known as that guy that's going to kind of get us over the line. Saka had a poor game against Bayern Leverkusen. It doesn't define him, but he had a poor game. But those games there is where we need Bukayo Saka to step up. Why? Because he's our franchise. He is the face of the club. He is that guy. He is that player. He is that star boy. So when a player like Madueke, who everyone wanted to sign a petition for, and I can't lie, I will keep saying it. Everyone wanted to sign a petition for him and say this and say that. I'm sorry, he's come in and he's been great for me personally. He's been great. Why? Because he's a different dynamic of a player to Bukayo Saka. I'm not gonna make it just all about Bukayo Saka and Madueke. No. It's not about that. I want everyone to understand and see certain things. So when you're playing against a team like Bayer Leverkusen, who are actually really good at keeping the ball, working it side to side, and waiting for that opportunity to break on the counter, and waiting for that space to attack, right? Which they've done really well against us. That's when you need players like Madueke to take on his defender 1v1. Pace, electric, confident in his 1v1s. Crosses in the box. As you saw, everyone is talking about, oh, that wasn't a penalty, it wasn't a penalty. Hey, forget about it won't being a penalty because Madueke didn't hand it to himself, right? That was great wing play from Noni Madueke. Why? And as soon as he came on, bam, the game changed. The game had a tempo. Whereas a player like Saka, he plays a lot is in front of the defender. So it's a bit more of an easy job for a defender to play against Saka and kind of mark Saka and kind of know what he's going to do, because he's most of the time he's going to play in front of you. So as defenders don't like running back towards their own goal. They don't like 1v1 situations. Right? There's barely any world class like fullbacks that are world class because they're so good 1v1. Barely any. So I think looking at that, Mikel Arteta, look, he's a great manager. What he's doing for Arsenal, what the Arsenal players are doing, I think it's phenomenal. It's crazy. But I think in a game like that, yes, we didn't lose, and that's the thing. If you can't win, don't lose, and that's exactly what we've done. It's all to play for back at the Emirates. But I think Arteta sometimes needs to understand and look. Ooh, should I go with a technical left-sided player on the left wing, and then let me go with a player who's going to keep running in behind. He's going to take on his man 1v1. He's a different dynamic of just playing in front of the defender, just in front. But hey, look, me saying that, you got Gyökeres done what he could. He comes off the squad that feels crazy. Bring on Kai Havertz. Noni Madueke came on, bam, impact. Noni Madueke goes down, Kai Havertz scores the goal. So it's all about, like, we still haven't lost. We've lost 3 games in all competitions all season. I think once again that's phenomenal. That's